We did it. We watched a great movie. What's going on, everybody? Welcome again, or for the first time, we're doing the FilmStruckFilmClub. I'm your friend, Carson Higgins, and this is my friend and yours, Groot. And him and I are always watching movies, so if this is your very first time, go ahead and follow the FilmStruckFilmClub so that you can keep up. Because we watch a movie every week, man. A lot of times it's on the Criterion Channel, and this week, it was on the Criterion Channel. They just added an awesome list of movies for the 30th anniversary, I believe. I think that's what it was, of the Sony Picture Classics. So if you are an A24 fan, or Neon, which is the company that put out like Portrait of a Lady on Fire and Parasite, things like that, these two companies are basically copying the model that Sony Picture Classics has set up, which is just releasing incredible international and independent films. This one is from 1998. It's been on my list for a very long time because I have this delightful book. Maybe you have it as well or you've seen it before, but it's 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die. It's a great book. If you don't have it, it's a great Christmas present. Frickin' ask Santa for it, baby. But in that book was Run Lola Run. And I had always looked at it and been like, I gotta watch this movie. I don't know what the deal is with this movie, but I gotta check it out. And I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, got it. This movie looks like a lot of fun. I mentioned already it came out in 1998. So it came out right before The Matrix. Matrix comes out in 1999. You will feel some very similar feelings while watching Run Lola Run. There's an incredibly pounding techno score that I really dug. And while I was watching the movie, I was trying to think, I was like, I wonder if this isn't the first, maybe it's one of the first to really heavily feature like a techno dance score. And so I thought that was really cool. But our director, Tom Tykwer, German guy, I believe, because the movie's in German. But yeah, it's such a great concept. I'm just gonna spill it right now. Our girl Lola receives a phone call from her boyfriend, Manny. And we find out that he has just done a drug deal or some kind of nefarious deal that gets $100,000, and Lola was supposed to pick him up, but she was late, and so circumstances lead to him forgetting the bag of money on the train, and a bum steals it. And so he's on the phone with Lola being like, you didn't pick me up, and now I'm totally fucked, and if I don't get this money to the guy in 20 minutes, I'm gonna be dead. So, of course, just like the title suggests, my girl Lola runs a lot in this movie. I found myself saying on multiple occasions that I felt bad for the actress because I was like, she just had to run around in those Doc Marten boots every day for this movie. But here's where the really clever part comes in. We experience Lola trying to get this money and get it to Manny in time before he tries to rob the store. It's all very ticking clock, right? But we see her 20-minute journey to try to go get this money 3 separate times. Why? Because we see it from the different perspectives of if she bumps into this person and it slows her down, how does that affect everything? There's this great little shot of they're on TV of all these dominoes falling down. And so you're like, oh, sweet. This domino effect of how her running, trying to get this money and get it to Manny in time, how the things in between are going to affect the overall story. So it's like a little bit of a choose your own adventure, but they choose it for you. You know what I mean? This would have crushed if it came out today and they did one of those interactive Netflix movies where you just like choose what she does. It would be great for that. If you've never seen Bandersnatch, the Black Mirror thing on Netflix, you got to do it. It's really fun. But yeah, she's running around, and of course, she bumps into a lady, and she curses her out, and then we get these little snapshots of what goes on to happen to that lady, just real quick, just boop 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 boop, and she is dead, or she wins the lottery, or she gets married, whatever. It's so cool how we see all the connective tissue, and how by the end of all 3, I'm not going to spoil this, but once you see the 3 variations of how these 20 minutes can or could go down, we're led on the coolest chase. And because it's these 20-minute sections, that are to this driving techno beat and we're running around. The movie is actually really quick. It's an hour and 19 minutes long, but it flies by, man. It's like maybe one of the quickest movies I've ever watched. It just whoop, flies right by. There's some really cool things going on with the cinematography. I was looking at it a couple times, like, did they have drones yet? Like, how are they getting some of these shots? And then there's that really cool like animation section where she's running down the stairs and shit, and it's just a really clever movie, man. It feels almost like if The Matrix, Leon the Professional, and Amelie were all collectively made by Jean-Luc Godard. Like, that's kind of the vibe that you get after watching this movie. Yeah, I was just totally blown away. I really dug it, and I can't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen Run Lola Run, run to go watch it, because it's fucking worth your time, man. Yeah, I know I mentioned already it's on the Criterion channel. I don't know how long it's going to be there, so if you have a Criterion channel subscription, go watch it right now. And if you don't have a Criterion channel subscription, that's another great thing to ask Santa for. So, yeah, that's it. I don't really want to say anything else. I just want you to go watch Run Lola Run, and I just want to say that I really dug it. Groot, he's good. He doesn't need to say anything other than I am Groot. Go ahead and follow us at FilmStruckFilmClub so you can keep up with all these picks that we're doing. We're going to have some fun here in December. So, yeah, keep your eyes out for some new shit, dog. But, yeah, much love. Talk to you soon. Enjoy your movie going.